Welcome. As University Marshal, it is my pleasure to introduce the President of Michigan Technological University, Dr. Glenn Mraz.
Distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, brave souls who made it through the weather, welcome to this commencement ceremony. We also welcome those who are viewing online from around the globe. Please remain standing for our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Probably the favorite part of my job is talking to alums about you and talking to you about the alums that you're about to become. There's some pretty amazing alums out there, and you may not know their names, but you may have heard what they've accomplished. Take Greg Ives, mechanical engineering grad, who is now crew chief for NASCAR superstar Dale Earnhardt Jr. Or Justin Fitch, who founded a veterans support group called Active Heroes to help prevent suicide among veterans while he himself was dying of colon cancer. Major Fitch passed away in October. And then there's Tanner Carroll, a Huskies hockey star who found himself called up to the Chicago Blackhawks his first season out of Tech. Think about Marie Cleveland, a worldwide corporate account manager for FedEx, and a member of the School of Business and Economics Dean's Advisory Council. Or Bold Sandadorg, who earned a degree in natural resource economics here at Michigan Tech and is now applying that knowledge as chief economist for the Bank of Mongolia. Did you use career services to help find a job and use the innovative handshake software? That interactive app that links employers to employees was developed by Michigan Tech alums, actually by Michigan Tech students while they were here. They are now in Mountain View, California. And when you see the word Intel Inside on your computer, you're looking at the work of electrical engineering alumnus and Silicon Valley entrepreneur Dave House. Then there's Suzanne Jerva, a scientific and technical communication grad who has turned her Michigan Tech education into a career in filmmaking. A former executive with Steven Spielberg's DreamWorks studio. Her credits include Men in Black, Saving Private Ryan, and the people in this room have some pretty impressive accomplishments of their own too, and I spend a lot of time telling alums and everyone out that'll listen to me really about all the things that you've done. The fact that 42% of the PhD degrees granted by our physics department go to women, the 12th highest percentage of any university in the country. The senior design team that took top prize in the Air Force Research Lab's University Design Challenge with its design for a wearable cooling device for soldiers in the field in hot climates. Our women's volleyball team that racked up 10 straight wins to start its season, setting a new school record. The football team that made it to Division II top 10 and Huskies hockey jumpstart to the season with a WCHA split, winning one and losing one, all the while maintaining a 3.45 grade point average, higher than the student body as a whole, and they are enrolled in real degree programs. Because of your skills and abilities, the Fall Career Fair drew 371 companies with about 1,300 representatives. Many of them were Tech alumni themselves. They conducted thousands of interviews for jobs, co-ops, internships, military, and grad school in the days following what has now become Career Fest. Reflecting Michigan Tech's belief in innovation, 9 undergraduates have been named University Innovation Fellows in a highly competitive program funded by the National Science Foundation. This year, they shared their problem-solving skills and innovative approaches with the entire incoming freshman class here at Michigan Tech during their orientation, and they hosted a standing room only makerspace design event this fall. Then there's that tech commitment to community service, the drive to make a difference in the lives of others, that inspired a mechanical engineering student to ride 4,100 miles from Florida to California on a bicycle to raise awareness and funds for affordable housing. And I must remind you that these accomplishments and the success we are celebrating with you today are made possible by the unfailing support of your family, your teachers, your mentors, advisors, friends, all the people who help make U plus Tech a perfect equation. You've come from across the nation and around the world to be here, and you've learned more than you might realize from sharing that experience together. I dare say that when you leave here, you're going to learn a lot more as you spread out across the globe, as you meet your next challenges and opportunities, and you will continue to grow. But the experience of alumni, as well as your efforts, show that you will be able to make a difference wherever you are and in whatever you do, because you've learned to be critical thinkers, to be problem solvers, to work collaboratively, to find a way to get things done. Never underestimate that, the value of that. Employers don't, I can assure you. Throughout your years at Tech, you've been the beneficiaries of a unique kind of education. You've had the opportunity to work side by side with some of the smartest, most innovative people in the world, and I would dare say some of the humblest people in the world. Faculty, staff, other students, alumni, people who have opened doors for you to a world where pioneering research and hands-on education are a top priority. You've gotten excited with them about what the future holds, and they have introduced you to the challenges, the frustrations, and the satisfaction that comes from tackling a problem and solving it with a network of colleagues. As I worked on my remarks for today, I kept coming back to a quote from novelist William Gibson, who wrote, "The future is already here, it's just unevenly distributed. You know what the future can look like. You know what it should like. Now it's time to get out there, but do the challenging task of creating the future." We're pleased that members of the Board of Trustees of the university are with us today. We are indebted to them for their guidance and their leadership. I will introduce them. Chair of the Board, Julie Freem of Birmingham, Michigan. Julie? Vice Chair of the Board of Control, Paul Olala of Painesdale, Michigan. Paul. Tom Baldini of Marquette, Michigan. Tom. Tom is celebrating his birthday today. I won't say which one, but thank you all for coming to his birthday party. Bob Jacquart, Mr. Stormy Cromer of Ironwood, Michigan. Bob. Linda Kennedy of Troy, Michigan. Linda. Brenda Ryan of Commerce Township, Michigan. Brenda. And Dr. Terry Wojciechowski of Commerce Township, Michigan. Terry. Thank you all. We have many people on stage who are assisting in today's ceremony, and please hold your applause until I've introduced them all. Dr. George Butvilis, Chair of Michigan Tech Fund Board of Directors. Dr. Marie Bush, University Marshal. Dr. Jackie Huntoon, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Pushpa Murthy, Associate Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Les Cook, Vice President for Student Affairs and Advancement. Dr. Bonnie Gorman, Associate Vice President and Dean of Students. Dr. Tom Mers, Associate Dean of the School of Business and Economics. Dr. Wayne Pennington, Dean of the College of Engineering. Dr. Terry Sherrick, Dean of the School of Forest Resources and Environmental Science. Dr. Bruce Seeley, Dean of the College of Sciences and Arts. Dr. John Irwin, Associate Professor of the School of Technology. Dr. Laurel Meadows, Dean of the Pavlis Honors College. Major Jason Engler, United States Air Force. And Lieutenant Colonel Adam Melnitsky, United States Army. We thank them for all of their service. In the past few commencement ceremonies, we've started a new tradition here at Michigan Tech, having student speakers address their fellow graduates. I was pleased to hear, as it always is, a difficult decision for the selection committee, and that tells you really how many really qualified people there are to get up here and speak to you. Today's speaker hails from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and is graduating with degrees in biomedical and mechanical engineering. She will be joining Boston Scientific in about a month or so, where she was an intern last summer. As a supplier quality engineer in her first position there, ladies and gentlemen, our 2015 student commencement speaker, Ellie Furmansky. Ellie?
To my fellow graduates, distinguished faculty, family members, and friends, good morning and welcome. My name is Ellie Furmansky, and I'm honored to be speaking to you all today as a representative voice of the Michigan Tech Fall Class of 2015. It's hard to believe that 4.5 years have passed since I first stepped onto this campus as an eager and determined first year. I so vividly remember that first trek up to Houghton. Side note, I commend all of you who travel 8+ hours to get here. With that perspective, I really couldn't complain about my 6-hour drive from the Twin Cities. As I was saying, I so vividly remember that first trek up to Houghton, finding my orientation packet in room key in the Rose lobby, and moving into what would become my first home away from home in Wadsworth Hall. At the time, I had no idea what to expect, no idea who I'd become, and quite frankly, I wasn't even sure which engineering degree I wanted to pursue. So much was up in the air, but it was the start of the greatest adventure of my life. And an adventure is exactly how I would describe my experience at Michigan Tech. Merriam-Webster uses 2 definitions to describe the word adventure. The first reads, an undertaking, usually involving danger and unknown risks. While Houghton is probably one of the safest, most friendly towns you will encounter in your life, A little danger definitely fueled a handful of memorable moments. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but I probably did some, we'll say, not entirely safe things, like climbing around the beams behind Redridge Dam, exploring abandoned buildings in the Keweenaw, straying from a hiking trail or two, and off-roading in the Civic. But I'm still here, and the Civic is still kicking, so that's all that matters, right? The words unknown and risks also ring true. They say that without risk, there is no reward, and I couldn't agree more. We have all put ourselves out there in numerous ways. In the classroom, the laboratory, career fair, at our internships and co-ops, a study abroad experience in my case, and maybe even out at the slopes of Mount Ripley. Looking back, though, it's evident that the risks were worth the reward, because along the way, we've acquired newfound skills, friendships, interests, confidence, and perhaps the start of a new career. It wasn't always easy. I mean, no one comes to Michigan Tech because it's easy, but we've all made it here to this day. The second definition of adventure reads, an exciting or remarkable experience, and I sincerely hope that everyone who attends Michigan Tech is able to describe their experience with this exact verbiage. The fact that there's so many unique facets to Michigan Tech and the greater Keweenaw has definitely made my experience both remarkable and exciting. I'm not sure if there's another place on earth that races cardboard boats for homecoming, takes broomball as seriously as a Division I sport, celebrates winter by constructing larger-than-life snow statues, or has their spring fling celebration canceled due to a lack of spring. On top of all these iconic pieces of tech, we live in what I would argue is one of the most beautiful, peaceful places in the country. I have made excursions out to the Porcupine Mountains, hiked at Bear Bluff, snowshoed to Okunde-Kun Falls, driven down covered road during the peak of fall, made countless bonfires at breakers, skied at the tech trails, and gazed at the beauty of Lake Superior from the top of Brockway Mountain Drive. There's no doubt in my mind that these memories will stay with me forever as some of the most exciting and remarkable experiences I've had to date. As a tour guide on campus for the past 2 years, I always got excited trying to convey these experiences to prospective students and their families. No matter how great or how crummy a day I was having, it was always rewarding to see future Huskies get excited about what could be their own Michigan Tech adventure. It truly is a remarkable place, filled with a sense of community and pride that does not go unnoticed. Today, we celebrate our accomplishments and close a chapter in our lives, but only to turn the page and start writing the next. Whether you plan to continue on with higher education, start your first full-time job out in industry, travel, or volunteer, never let the spirit of adventure which has shaped your Michigan Tech escape from you. Remember, it was this adventurous spirit which challenged you, shaped you, provided you with countless great memories, as well as a tenacious outlook on winter, and led you here to this day. We are the brilliant minds which will shape tomorrow, so take your degree and go use it to make a positive impact in this world. Life after Michigan Tech will not be easy or seamless, but I challenge you all to forge ahead, take the high road, be ethical, be smart, be leaders, and never forget your Houghton roots. On behalf of my classmates, thank you family members, friends, faculty, and staff here at Michigan Tech for providing us with the endless support, encouragement, and guidance over the years. You have all made an impact on our lives, allowing us to stand here today with the confidence, knowledge, and skills to head out into this world fearlessly. In the beloved animated Disney Pixar film Up, one of the characters named Ellie, how fitting, loved to recite the line, "Adventure is out there," a phrase which resonates with me, will guide me through life, and will always remind me of my years in Houghton. As we move forward, never let the spirit of adventure or your memories of Michigan Tech leave your side. Congratulations to the Michigan Tech Fall Class of 2015, and best of luck to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. One of the things we love to see in our students is them pursuing their passions. Our commencement speaker today has pursued his with vigor and determination. Townsend H. Porter Jr., or Tom, graduated from Michigan Tech in 1968 with a degree in electrical engineering. He joined IBM that same year, leading to a 27-year career where he has been credited with around 20 inventions, including the 3.5-inch floppy drive that so many of us probably have stuffed in drawers in different places, and IBM's first digital modem. Since his time at IBM, Tom has worked with management with Western Digital Corporation and Seagate Technologies. In case that wasn't enough, since retiring from Seagate in 2004, Tom and his wife Beverly purchased a vineyard in Napa, California. Some of you have been there, and I've heard you had fun there. His business and design skills helped him build a state-of-the-art winery and vineyard, complete with sensors for everything you can imagine, and is now producing 3,000 cases of premium Napa Valley wines each year. Also, 3 years ago, he formed a consulting company that provides services to the Mayo Clinic. Here at Michigan Tech, we believe in a culture of philanthropy, and Tom and his wife Beverly have given so much over the years of both their time and their treasure. We salute their generosity and their vision. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce to you Tom Porter.
Thank you, President Moroz, Board of Trustees, faculty, alumni, and especially graduates and your family and friends. It is a profound honor and pleasure to be part of the recognition and celebration of your graduation today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about three things: the imperative to re-educate, the power of teams, and technology intersections. To begin, a bit of history. 2015 marks the 50th anniversary of Moore's Law. First proposed by Gordon Moore at Fairchild Semiconductor, he observed that the number of semiconductor devices on a chip was doubling every 2 years. He suggested that that would continue for the foreseeable future. Nearly every technology today has since adopted and applied that to their domain. For example, IBM invented the hard disk drive in 1956. And by the time I retired from industry in 2004, the cost of data storage had declined by 1 billion times. So data storage is essentially free today. And of course, computational power, communications bandwidth, and virtually every other technology has been following Moore's Law as well. But you know all this probably much better than I. This headlong rush of technology begs a very important question. How is it likely to affect your career path and your life? Here's one way that your life will be affected for sure. My dad had a single career that spanned nearly 60 years. He was 77 when he retired from the company he joined when he was 18. By contrast, I am now in my 5th career. My first lasted 10 years. After I graduated from tech, I joined IBM, wanting nothing more than to be an inventor, creating something that did not exist before I thought of it was somehow magical. And around my 5th year, IBM asked me to become an engineering manager, and I said no. And every year thereafter, for the next 5 years, they asked again, and I said no. How could I make an impact if I was not doing engineering? Then one day, a senior manager called my bluff, and he said, if you really want to make a difference, then become a manager and lead a team of 10 engineers. Think how much leverage that would give you to make an impact. I knew nothing about managing people, so I went to school. I read and studied everything I could find on leadership and how to build and lead successful teams. In a few years, I was asked to be the director of engineering for hard disk drives for IBM. Thus started my 3rd career as an executive. So it was back to school. Finance, business processes, technology planning, and marketing, all new to me. In 1997, I accepted a job at Seagate Technology as Chief Technology Officer, leveraging the capabilities and energies of 4,000 engineers. Back to school again. I set up multiple cross-functional discipline teams to develop an innovation pipeline that spanned basic research, advanced technology development, product development, and advanced manufacturing. The goal, shorten the whole innovation cycle by a factor of 3. The teams met the challenge, and it transformed the company. My old manager had been right, the power of teams. Multiple minds from multiple disciplines engaging a difficult problem. I retired from Seagate in 2004 and started working on my 4th career, my dream career, to own and operate a vineyard and winery. So in 2005, my wife Beverly and I purchased 20 acres in Napa Valley, and it was back to school, reading and studying everything I could on viticulture and winemaking. And I hired a great team, winemaker, viticulturist, engineer, and a cave digger. We spent the next 2 years designing and building a state-of-the-art 17,000 square foot winery underground. And my last career iteration began 3 years ago when I met a young Mayo Clinic MD PhD researcher at a conference. He was doing research on stem cells for congenital heart disease for infants. A philanthropist who has a child with a serious congenital heart defect made a huge bet on him and his embryonic but promising technology. We discovered we had a strong common interest in technology innovation and how to commercialize technology, and he asked me if I would come and consult with him to help him develop an innovation pipeline, a business model to self-fund his research, and structure an organization for effective cross-discipline teams. While I've only been peripherally involved, this has been perhaps the most satisfying leg of my journey. The first few infants have undergone this procedure, and expectations are high, with plans to complete the first study in the coming year. Stem cell therapies are finally making the transition to patient practice. As one of Tech's profs recently said, here comes the sage on the stage part of my talk. So what did I learn from this journey? First, I would estimate that today's career half-life is not more than 8 years. In another decade, it will be 5. Many, if not most of you, will have multiple career jobs. 6, 8, maybe a dozen. This means you will have to constantly re-educate and reinvent yourselves. The fact that you are graduating in this graduating class today says you already know how to do that. The 2 most important things I learned at Tech is how to learn and how to think critically and creatively. It is no accident that Michigan Tech has the 10th highest starting salaries in the country among public universities. Next, whenever possible, form or become part of a team. Cross-discipline teams in particular make teamwork a part of who you are, and then learn how to lead teams. Practice being a team leader until you are one. Now for the hard part, choosing your career. You're probably thinking, what's he talking about? I've already chosen my career. Yes, the 96% of you that are part of Michigan Tech's awesome placement statistic do have your first career locked and loaded. I'm talking about the one after that one, and the one after that one. If you accept my premise that you will have many careers, the sooner you start thinking about your next careers, the better. Prepare for when your current one morphs into something you're no longer passionate about, or becomes obsolete, or you suddenly realize you would really rather be running your own company. Ideas and plans for your next careers require time to germinate, and they don't evolve into something actionable without frequent mental revisits. So where should you look for the next thing that might stir your soul or ignite your passions? Look at the intersections of technologies. Moore's Law changed everything in the 40 years I was in industry. For the early years, technologies were like isolated pebbles in a calm pool, spreading ripples, building larger and larger peaks and troughs, creating enormous opportunities and huge disruptions at the intersections. Today's smartphones sit at the intersection of 250,000 patents and have profoundly changed the way we do almost everything. A more recent example, Uber, founded in 2009 at the intersection of the technologies of smartphones, GPS, and cloud computing, it has in 6 short years become a $50 billion company and is disrupting the taxi industry worldwide. One last example, on the near-term horizon is a technology that will disrupt the world's largest business ecosystem, transportation. Last week, I had the opportunity to drive a new Tesla Model S. After some brief instruction, I headed for the freeway, set the adaptive cruise control at 75, and then engaged auto steer. For the next 20 minutes, I never touched the accelerator or the steering wheel, although my hands were maybe 3 microinches away. When a slower car moved in front of me from on the on-ramp, the Tesla slowed to follow the fixed 3-car distance. I clicked the left turn signal, and when the Tesla sensed that the left lane was clear, it steered to the left lane while accelerating to 75 miles an hour. It may very well be that my 6-year-old grandson never has a driver's license. Fully autonomous cars from Google and trucks from Mercedes are on the road every day, with their teams refining and preparing them for release to market. A guess, thousands on the road in 5 years, millions in 10. Autonomous cars will be so much safer that we will be debating whether we should allow anyone to drive. The stakes are huge. Every year in the US, 5 million accidents, 2 million serious injuries, 33,000 deaths. Worldwide, 1.25 million deaths from automobiles every year. Whole job categories will become extinct. Taxi, limo, bus, and truck drivers, auto body repairmen, insurance agents, and beneficially, even a few ambulance-chasing lawyers. This same level of profound disruption is coming in every industry: energy, medicine, education, farming, manufacturing, and construction. The Industrial Revolution happened over a century, 5 generations. The smartphone became ubiquitous and indispensable in a single generation. Genomics, stem cells, and gene splicing will revolutionize our biologic industries of medicine and agriculture. Artificial intelligence will transform every industry in perhaps a decade. So here's the big rub. What critically important industries do you suppose are not changing and improving at this hyperbolic rate? You would be correct if you said that the systems that govern our societies, indeed our use of technology, are legal, legislative, and social systems. They are only changing linearly, at human speed, the same rate today as 100 years ago. One could even argue that our increasingly polarized and bifurcated Congress has dramatically slowed improvements from these systems over the past dozen years. Why do you suppose that is? Arthur C. Clarke said, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." Now, magic in the context of a card trick is fascinating and fun. Magic in the context of genetic manipulation to engineer our food, or the use of stem cells to repair a newborn heart, is exciting with promise, but also frightening. For people with active negative fantasy generators, these technologies create paralyzing fears and irrational behaviors. It is more important than ever that those of us with a technology background engage in the conversation of how to regulate and control technologies in a positive and beneficial way. It is our responsibility to help people understand how the magic works. Finally, you are destined to become the world's technology leaders in a few short years. This is an awesome responsibility. Peter Diamandis, author of the bestseller, Abundance, The Future is Better Than You Think, said, "An expert is someone that can tell you exactly why something can't be done." Avoid the curse of the expert. Become world-class, but never an expert. And remember, never stop learning. Make teams an integral part of your life. Find the technology intersections. I will be forever grateful for my Michigan Tech education, and I know you will be too. Good luck to you all.
Thanks, Tom. We're pleased to recognize Tom for his many accomplishments, from IBM and Seagate to Napa Valley. His experience, leadership, ingenuity benefited countless lives. We salute him and award him an honorary Doctor of Philosophy degree today.
For me, I can't manage. I've never had an honor that moved me more than this. This is profoundly important to me. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Board of Control, Board of Directors. I'm a little choked up. The other person I'd like to thank is Beverly, my wife. I've said for many years that she carried the big end of the stick on the home front, and I've come to recently realize that, in fact, she carried the whole stick on the home front. She was always there to catch me when I tripped. She was there to encourage me when I failed, and she was truly the wind beneath my wings. So, Beverly, thank you. Thanks, everyone.
For our musical interlude, members of Astro Sax, a student saxophone ensemble, will now perform. Thank you, Dave, Randy, Claire, and Chris. At Michigan Tech, we don't have a degree in music, but we have a lot of talented musicians on this campus, and these are just a few of the ones that we are just so proud of. Many of you have excelled in your studies and are wearing honor cords in recognition of your accomplishments. Those of you graduating cum laude are wearing copper honor cords. Those of you graduating magna cum laude are wearing silver honor cords. And those of you graduating summa cum laude are wearing gold honor cords. Each of you can be proud of what you have achieved. Many of our students are wearing additional cords signifying their involvement in everything from athletics to pre-health to fraternities and sororities. You may also notice there are a few wearing red, white, and blue honor cords. They are veterans of the armed forces, and we salute their service. Degrees will now be conferred upon the class of 2015. Dr. Pushpa Murthy, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, will present the candidates for graduate degrees.
Okay. Now the real action will begin. So, after all this chit chat now, okay. The recipients of the Doctorate of Philosophy will now receive their academic hoods. The hoods are lined with the official colors of Michigan Tech. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, the dark blue velvet edging indicates the mastery of the discipline of learning and a record of scholarship. For master's degree recipients, the color of the velvet edging of the hood indicates the discipline in which the degree is granted. So now we're all much cleverer about the colors of the hoods we're all wearing, okay? So a number of graduate students whose name appear in the program booklet are not in attendance today, but have fulfilled all of the requirements for the degree that is listed. These students, including several who have earned doctoral degrees, completed their research and final examinations earlier in the semester and have left the campus to assume positions throughout the United States and in other countries. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree and their advisors please rise? Chair Freem, I present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in their respective fields. Upon completion of their required curricula, these candidates are hereby recommended by the graduate faculty to receive their degree.
Upon recommendation of the graduate faculty and by the authority vested in me, I do hereby confer upon those names who will be read the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, together with all the rights and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities thereto appertaining, in witness whereof you will be presented with a hood and a diploma. Will the doctoral candidates and their advisors please come to the platform? Please hold your applause until all the candidates have been recognized.
Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, Emily Renee Charrier, and advisor Feng Zhao. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Suchada Yu Chao, and advisor David Schonard. Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, Jonathan Thomas Reel, and advisor Dr. William Sproul. Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, Environmental Engineering, Marcel Dijkstra, and advisor Marty Auer. Doctor of Philosophy in Geology, Verity Jade Baker Flower, and advisor Dr. Simon Anthony Kahn will be hooded by Dr. John Gerke. Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Patrick Kim Bowen, and advisor, Dr. Yaroslav Drelish. Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Helen Rao, and advisor, Douglas Svensson. Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Mechanics, Mehran Bidarvitan, and advisor, Mahdi Shahbakti. Hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Allen. Congratulations. Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Mechanics, Robin Yvette Johnson Cash, and advisor, Dr. Edward Lumsdain. Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Mechanics, Ivandro Finha, and advisor, Dr. Muhammad Rastagar Aga. Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, Mechanics, Sebastian Christoph Karwinski, and advisor, Dr. Gregory Odegaard. Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering and Engineering Mechanics, Harsha Kumar Suranhalli, and advisor, Dr. Gordon Parker. Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Cognitive Science and Human Factors, Keiko Tanason, and advisor, Dr. Shane Mueller. Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, Emily Marie Shaw Geiger, and advisor, Dr. Rupali Gupta. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Sasha Timorian, and advisor, Dr. Pushpalata Murthy, so I get to hood her. Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering Physics, Boi Hao, and advisor, Dr. Yoki Kim Yap. Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, Marwa Hefni Abdul Moneen, and advisor, Dr. Donald Beck. Doctor of Philosophy in Rhetoric, Theory, and Culture, Rebecca Lee Frost, and advisor, Dr. Katie Thomas. Doctor of Philosophy in Rhetoric, Theory, and Practice, Valerie Troche, and advisor, Dr. M.A. Brady. Doctor of Philosophy in Forest Molecular Genetics and Biotechnology, Jennifer Lind Reel, and advisor, Dr. Oliver Gailing, and also receiving a Master of Science degree in Environmental and Energy Policy. Congratulations. Will the Doctors of Philosophy please be seated? Okay, moving on. Will the candidates for the master's degree please rise? Chair Freem, I present the candidates for the Master of Business Administration and Master of Science degrees in their respective fields. Upon completion of their required curricula, these candidates are recommended by the graduate faculty to receive their respective degrees.
Upon recommendation of the graduate faculty and by the authority vested in me, I do hereby confer upon those names who will be read the degree of Master of Business Administration and Masters of Science, together with all the rights and privileges as well as the obligations and responsibilities thereto appertaining, in witness whereof you will be presented with a diploma. Will the candidates for the master's degree please come to the platform to receive your diploma? Please hold your applause until all the candidates have been recognized.
Congratulations. Catherine A. Burns. Natasha Irene Chalk. Christopher W. Hatton. Mary Caitlin Hickey. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Civil Engineering, Alex Brown. Alex R. Shimatia, 2. Alyssa M. Smith. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Computer Engineering, Zubin Yang. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Electrical Engineering, Mohammad Ahmad Afzai Abbasi. Jiaoshu Dou. Michael Witt. Chenlong Zhong. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Engineering, Zoe Alyssa Meriwether Miller. Yong Shu. Nathan Zhu Ni Lach. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Geophysics, Hao Wu. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering, Chunchu Guo. Jian Wang. Melissa Mack. Rachel Nicole McFarland. Chenlong Wei. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Cognitive Science and Human Factors, Alexander Van de Meer. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Physics, Mary Amanda Shaw. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Science Education, Carrie Carvaco. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Biological Sciences, Chelsea L. Mitchell. Nafisa Rahman. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental and Energy Policy, Rihanna Williams. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Industrial Archaeology, Robert Devin Anthony. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Kinesiology, Justin John Amga. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Mathematical Sciences, Jared Dunn. And he is done. Yun Lu. Leah Camille Tollefson. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Accounting, James Patrick Mills. Presenting candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Natural Resource Economics, Shangnan Li and Yan Yu.
Please be seated. Will the ROTC candidates please rise and come forward? Michigan Tech takes great pride in its officer training programs. These graduates not only have met the rigors of earning a Michigan Tech degree, but also have fulfilled the requirements of the Reserve Officer Training Corps. Major Jason Engler of the United States Air Force will present the Air Force degree candidates. Lieutenant Colonel Adam Melnitsky of the United States Army will present the Army candidates for degrees. Following the degree presentation, the oath of office will be delivered by Lieutenant Colonel Melnitsky.
Second Lieutenant Frank J. Buffet IV, a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering, Air Force Specialty Pilot Training.
Second Lieutenant Alec Bagalki, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Branch Engineer. Second Lieutenant Kyle Corey, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Branch Ordnance. Second Lieutenant Kelsey Kuhn, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Branch Medical Services. Second Lieutenant Kevin Erkala, Bachelor of Sciences in Computer Science, Branch Engineer. Second Lieutenant Luke Grossman, Distinguished Military Graduate, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, magna cum laude, Branch Aviation. Dustin St. Arnaud, Distinguished Military Graduate, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Branch Engineer. Alexandria Van Duzer, Bachelor of Science in Scientific and Technical Communications, Branch Signal Corps. Second Lieutenant Nicholas Winkler, Bachelor of Science in Engineering Management, Branch Engineer. Kelly Rouse, Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts, Branch Medical Services. In no other profession in American society is an individual asked to make a commitment more absolute than that which these individuals will make today. The oath being taken was first given during the Revolutionary War by General George Washington and pledges fidelity, patriotism, valor, and abilities in the service of the people of the United States. Men and women, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, having been appointed an officer in the Armed Forces of the United States. In the grade of Second Lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely and without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. I now appoint you second lieutenants in the Armed Forces of the United States.
Thank you for your service. Dr. Jackie Huntoon, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, will present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees.
Chair Free, I present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees. Upon completion of their required curricula, these candidates are hereby recommended by the faculty to receive their respective degrees.
Members of the class of 2015, upon the recommendation of the faculty and having completed your required curricula, by the authority vested in me, I am happy to confer upon you the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees in your respective courses of study.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Accounting, Economics, Engineering Management, Finance, Management, Management Information Systems, Marketing, and Operations and Systems Management. Please rise and come to the platform to receive your degrees.
Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Accounting, Emerald F. Gary. Shijin Wu, magna cum laude. Chong Yan, magna cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Economics, Rei-Shin Zhang. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering Management, Charles R. Myers. Taylor A. Sazinski. Corey M. Sternick. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Finance, Tanner D. Agan. Fanglu Wang, cum laude. Brandon M. Hutchison. John W. Nelson. Wenyu Yu, cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Management, Ethan W. Bryson. My son, Cole W. Cook. Also receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Sports and Fitness Management. Rebecca M. Horsch. Nathaniel R. Koenig, summa cum laude. Ellie E. Lasatz. Amelia Newman. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Management Information Systems, Kaylee A. Betzinger. Donald S. Hank. Emily J. Nixon. Arasara Suthi Jadawang, cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Marketing, Brianne A. Fish. Shou Lu. Tyler J. Milbrath. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Operations and Systems Management, Francis G. Callio. Heath S. Johnson.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Geophysics, Biomedical Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Computer Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Engineering, Environmental Engineering, Geological Engineering, Geology, Materials Science and Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering. Please rise and come to the platform to receive your degrees.
Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Biomedical Engineering, Ellie Fermansky, cum laude. Garrett R. Mead. Peng Tu Moi. Daniel Radke, cum laude. Amelia Schnack. Nicholas Choki. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering, Victor Clarenbow, magna cum laude. Christopher Frontera. Stephanie Marshall, magna cum laude. Shannon Solden. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering, Christopher Blessing. Jason Catalino, summa cum laude. Nicholas Kuhn. Angelina Crispo. Luke Delsman. Nicholas Dulac, magna cum laude. Chase Elliott. Ellen England. Alexander Fletcher. Ashley Gunther. Jonathan Hamilton. Mark Henrich. Zedekiah Heidenberg. Shelby Jones, cum laude. Lacey Carey. Nicholas Kaczynski, cum laude. Kyle Kent. Anthony Kriska. Peyton Novak. Nicholas Rademacher. Valerie Sidak. Autumn Stortaboom, cum laude. Frank Bruink. Stacy Weiss. Nicholas Wienold. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Engineering. Catherine Blodgett. Colleen Carberry. Nicholas Carlson. Kendra Grossman. Scott Hall. Rachel Hempfiner. Brian Roop, magna cum laude. Kenton Serazer. Lindsay Selvig. Tonya Taff. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Engineering, Rebecca Girth. Jonathan Lorenz. Anthony Webb. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering, Taifu Chen, cum laude. Robert Dudek. William Gagno. Teague Hall, summa cum laude. Yuan Cheng He, cum laude. Andrea Henry, cum laude. Michael Holt. Ikyuan Wang, magna cum laude. John Hudson. Holden Hunt. Adam Kovach. Sung-Ki Liu. Jessica Lubaka, cum laude. Travis Wallander. Chokwang Wu, magna cum laude. Shixiang Ji, cum laude. Jinji. Jingyu Zhao, magna cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering, Felipe Correa Silva dos Santos. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Geophysics, Kara Donahue. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Geological Engineering, Genevieve Earhart. Dominique Fabry. Barrett Frank. Caitlin Vogt. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Geology, Seth Parker. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Materials Science and Engineering, Annie Lesage. Rachel Smith. Bradley Villeneuve, cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering, Nasser Al-Shamari, cum laude. Patricia Anderson, magna cum laude. Robert Arden. Jack Babcock. Neil Bergsma. Christian Bersano. Benjamin Broman, cum laude. Dimitri Carter. That's good. Christopher Coombs. Oops. Cody Curtin. Nicholas Dalpra. Melissa Dapra. Tyler Ernest. Zachary Fata, cum laude. Garrett Fisk. John Furlich, magna cum laude. Molly Gerardin, cum laude. Michael Hartle, Jr. Eric Hecker. Justin Henker. Taylor Hohenschid, cum laude. Austin Howland. Brighton Hutchings. Nicholas Lewis Jensen. Brandon Johnson. Corey Jokala. Thank you. Kyle Curley, cum laude. Philip Keevy. Austin Ketterhagen, cum laude. Jonah Kimmis, cum laude. Ethan Klasky. William Larson. Grant Larson. Joshua Lawson. Soon-Ho Lee. Joshua Leskinen. Katrina Lesko. Alex Learman. Sierra Lunsford. Christopher Mackey. Daniel Mazurik. Kyle Michelson. Eric Mordorski. Tyler Nout. Miles Penhale, cum laude. Benjamin Pidala. Hannah Powers, cum laude. Haley Rotz. Allison Range, summa cum laude. Bernard Schmidt, cum laude. Haley Swanson, magna cum laude. Michaela Theory, summa cum laude. Jacob Thill. Joseph Thomas, magna cum laude. Jared Timmer. David Walter III, magna cum laude. John Ware. Alex Wells. Garrett Westcott. Meng Chiao Jiang, magna cum laude. Connor Chrisman.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Forestry and Wildlife Ecology and Management, will you please rise and come to the platform to receive your degrees?
Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Forestry, Robert P. Richard. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Wildlife Ecology and Management, Michael K. Fleming. Gina M. Testa.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Anthropology, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, Biological Sciences, Computer Science, Exercise Science, Mathematics, Medical Laboratory Science, Physics, Psychology, Scientific and Technical Communication, Software Engineering, Sports and Fitness Management, Theater and Entertainment Technology, and in the Bachelor of Arts degree in English, Scientific and Technical Communication, and Sound Design. Should please rise and then come to the platform to receive your degrees.
Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Biological Sciences, Evan A. Bachman, magna cum laude. Courtney K. DeKramer, summa cum laude. Holly J. Loper, cum laude. Ryan R. Van Gotham, summa cum laude. Jade M. Wojcierski. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, Biological Sciences, Claire A. Allison. Abigail A. Meisel. Jacob Mack Templeton. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Medical Laboratory Science, Kayla Zeiderveen, summa cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology Chemistry, Heather L. Bernia. Christopher J. Rusho. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science, Mitchell A. Bartlett. Rex Baumeister. Emily A. Brooks. Daniel J. Byrne, Jr., magna cum laude. Patrick T. Chiswick. Charles W. Krallup. Ryan D. Cush. Alexander M. Looper. Michael D. Nurse. John R. Thomas. Ku Vang. Andrea Velosa. Samuel A. Ronsky, or R. Ronsky. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Software Engineering, Thomas W. Black III. Taylor S. Jacobson. David M. Nikindi. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Exercise Science, Brett M. Gervais, magna cum laude. Janelle A. Riedel, cum laude. Ryan J. Van Lanschut. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Sports and Fitness Management, Derek C. Ferris, cum laude. Jenna Phelps. Charles E. Schmidt. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in English, Lillian A. Bonin. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Scientific and Technical Communication, Leah M. Humphreys, summa cum laude. Monica A. Lester, cum laude. Cassandra R. Machinsky, cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Scientific and Technical Communications, James Nash Kaneka. Teresa K. Tron, cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Mathematics, Taylor J. Bacala. Janan Mecklid, cum laude. Lindsay L. Martinack. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Physics, Carlo A. Connect, magna cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Psychology, Sean A. Eicher. Jolene A. Byrne. Kelly E. Garancher. Taylor E. Jones. Marshall T. Kampanen. Brittany L. Nelson. David J. Schreifeltz. Catherine E. Schull, magna cum laude. Jake C. Taylor. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Anthropology, Raina L. Bennett. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Theater and Entertainment Technology, Scott G. Hertigan. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Sound Design, Courtney L. Shoemaker, summa cum laude.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Network System Administration, Electrical Engineering Technology, Mechanical Engineering Technology, and Surveying Engineering, please rise and come to the platform to receive your degrees.
Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Network and System Administration, Randall E. Bufanda. Spencer A. Furlick. Zachary S. Griffith. Justin C. King. Chelsea A. Thomas. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering Technology, Aaron D. Claxton. Sean J. Hayes, magna cum laude. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering Technology, Matthew S. Benzick. Charles E. Hayes. Sarah Ann Philamali. Ryan A. Saul. Zachary M. Skeels. Andrew R. Turin. Presenting candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Survey Engineering, Jake L. Yeager. Stephen S. Steinhoff. Alexander T. Tarvinen.
Please be seated. I think that doesn't, yeah. Well, graduates, now that you are alumni of the university, it's my pleasure to introduce Julie Freem, one of our distinguished alumni and chair of the board, who will welcome you into this fine community. Julie graduated from Michigan Tech with a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering and an MBA from Harvard Business School in 1987. She began her career with Visteon and previously worked for General Motors, Ford Motors, and TRW. Recently, Freem was appointed President and Chief Executive Officer of the Original Equipment Suppliers Association, OESA, representing new vehicle product suppliers across North America. She is a member of the university's Distinguished Academy of Chemical Engineering, received the Outstanding Young Alumni Award and was Outstanding Services Awards winner, and also was featured at the mid-year commencement in 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Julie Freem.
Well, thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Mraz, for that kind introduction. We began our celebration this morning with taking a minute to thank all of those whom you have worked with and who have supported you over these years as you've earned your degree here at Tech. As we close, I want to be one of the first to congratulate you on all your success. You all have very, very bright futures in front of you. Over the course of your lifetime, you will have the opportunity to meet many people. People that are similar and people that are completely different. I encourage you to be open to meeting new people, to embracing new ideas, and to seek out the ways that you can continue to make a difference in the lives of others and our world. While at Michigan Tech, you have been challenged intellectually and expected to participate. As alumni of this great university, we hope you will continue to participate both with us and others in the world to enhance the quality of life for your communities and for many generations to come. You have my heartiest congratulations, and we look forward to your continued success and involvement. Thank you and congratulations.
Thanks, Julie. This class joins more than 70,000 graduates who have received degrees from Michigan Tech University and who now live in every state and many foreign countries. As this group of graduates leaves the campus, they carry with them their well-earned diplomas, certainly, and our very best wishes for success. At this time, I'd like to recognize a host of key people who have played a major role in today's graduation. And graduates, these are just part of the people who got you here today. As you are asked to stand, please remain standing. So, class of 15, here's the group. All of today's graduates have had an opportunity to share the important part of their lives with the faculty of this university. We really appreciate their work. Would the faculty who are here please rise and accept our thanks for a job well done and remain standing. Would all of the spouses, partners, and children of our graduates please join our faculty in standing? This is a very special group, and without their support, these people wouldn't be here. Please stand. Now, the big one, would all the parents, step-parents, grandparents, and guardians of these graduates please stand and remain standing? And would all of the brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, and other family members now please stand? Now would all the friends, university staff, and those of us who are here because we want to honor these graduates, please join in standing. And I can't believe we missed anybody, but would all of those who have gone before these graduates, our distinguished alumni, please stand. My fellow Huskies, you are our guest of honor today. You have accomplished a great deal here at Michigan Tech. You have brought your talents, intelligence, hard work, and creativity in service to our campus and community. You've enhanced our lives. We thank you for choosing Michigan Tech. Now as you go on to make your mark in the world, know that we are proud of you, we have confidence in you, and we wish you the best always. With the graduating class of 2015, please stand and accept our congratulations. And now please remain standing and join us in singing Hail Alma Mater, which is printed in your program. Afterwards, please be seated for the recessional. Those of you who wish to take more photographs near the stage, feel free to do so. There are also places in the multi-purpose room where you are all invited for snacks. And there's also a statue of Big Dog out on campus. You might want to get your picture taken down there as well. Thank you all for coming. Safe travels, and all the best from all of us here for the holidays. Thank you.